Hey there, everybody. So, the last episode, which was the first episode, it started off and ended off on basically the same note. Though the journey in between those 2 points was different. See, I'm having to bend over a little bit to do things, and that's okay. My back might hurt, but I'm not crippled. That's another thing. Sometimes you're not in the perfect shape to achieve every goal that you have. Sometimes you need to give yourself time and allow your skills or physical condition or mental condition to improve. But too much of that can slow you down. Me, I'm sweeping because I am in a good enough condition now to sweep. And while it may not be the fastest I've ever swept, it's the most I've ever appreciated doing it. Because I haven't been able to do this reliably or even finish the whole house in ages. Or at least it feels like ages to me. It's only been a few months, but that's a long time to go without at least trying to clean up a little bit. And while I may not be perfect, my swipes of the broom may not be the fastest or the best placed. I'm taking enough time that I'm not really kicking up dust. Not much anyway. Sometimes going faster will slow your progress. And while that's not always the case, for me personally, I believe that it has held true that sometimes slowing down and taking your time, even on tasks that would normally not take too much time, it can really improve the outcome, the results. And I mean, it's just like there's always a quicker way to do things. And sometimes that's what you need. Sometimes you need a quicker way to get things done. Sometimes you need to do, as I generally say, you need to put that first 10% of the effort in to get that first 90% of the results. That first little bit to do the most with what you have. I believe in the earlier video I said it was starting with the smallest tasks and then working your way to things that are more difficult. And yeah, that's part of it. But another thing about it is, once you have started, then you can work your way up. If you start slow and with lighter work. I can't really bend over low enough to pick this out of the power strip down there, so I use my foot. It's what I can do right now, so might as well. But back to the topic. If you never start, right, then you never make progress. And a lot of the time, people don't start because, oh, something's difficult, something seems insurmountable. And it'll just be one part of the whole that is really involved in the entire thing. And I believe personally that well, it's easier to build up from something easy to something more difficult. It's how you grow as an individual. In most cases, some people they can just do anything, it seems. But that's just not a realistic way to look at things, in my opinion. Overall, I'd say that a more grounded and realistic mindset is that sometimes you need to grow while you're doing the more basic parts of whatever you're starting with. Like me here on YouTube, I'm not perfect. I'm not preaching some kind of beautiful, fantastic new way to look at things. I'm just saying how I look at things. And if you agree, and if you like it, and if it makes you feel like you can start doing things that you otherwise would not, then that's amazing. That's great. That's what I want. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just want to share my feeling toward the world. And I know there are plenty of people that will not like my message and not like me. But that's just the way of things. You can't let the world decide who you are. And personally, I don't. I take my time with things, and this isn't really all it's cracked up to be by society sometimes, you know. There's a lot of people out there saying take your time, but then those same people will turn around and say you're not doing it fast enough. You'll be doing more work with better quality than others. And then someone will come around and say, yes, you're doing it more effectively, but you're not putting out the quantity that we want. Our desire is for more. And that is the way of things. I'm not trying to say that it's not. Society is built upon growth. And in my opinion, taking it slow often leads to better growth but it's also slower growth. Good, clean growth and improving not only the rate at which you do things, which it will improve as you get better at doing things in a way that is, I suppose, more efficient. Even if it takes longer than average, longer than a lot of other people do. If you're putting out significantly higher quality and it's taking longer, well, you should be proud of the fact that you're doing that extra bit. And this isn't to say, hey, work harder for whoever, because a lot of individuals and a lot of groups, they just don't care. And I feel like perhaps that's one thing that's troubling about today's society is we've gotten so stuck in quantity versus quality and saying, oh yeah, well, we can make more cheaper faster. Well, if that more is cheaper and faster, but it's of drastically lower quality, I mean, yeah, you might make more money, or someone might go, hey, we make a much, much, much better product, and it's not that much more expensive, and it'll last you 5 times as long. Well then, they might not make as much money as you did. They might not sell as many units. They might not do this or do that. But they will have made what they had to make. They will have made improvements to how things were designed, how they were manufactured. And that's sort of what I'm talking about. If you, as an individual, want to become more than you are, then just start. It's hard. It is. It's terrifying for most people. Most people never even begin to try because it's, once again, a fear of failure is common. But that's fine. It's not like we're all some fantastic, bombastic individual that's always confident in everything. But it's all about learning, growth, and improvement. See you in the next video.